everybody, it's Nicole or Nikki Bricks here, and today I have just the most exciting LEGO review for you all. We are going to be looking at the new LEGO Ideas Winnie the Pooh set 21326. This set just released as of the 18th of March to VIP members, but has since sold out, and it has been a very problematic situation. I myself showed up to the LEGO store about an hour before it opened on release day, waited in line, went straight up to the counter to get my set as soon as doors opened, and about 30 minutes later they had sold out. So yikes. They have been receiving a lot of backlash for that because, I mean, if you take a look at just how adorable and desirable this set is, you can imagine that a lot of people want it, and people are not happy that they can't get it. So just until you guys can get your hands on it for yourselves, I thought I would do a review and show you guys what you can expect when you pick it up. So jumping right into it, first we're going to take a look at our minifigures. First up, we have Winnie the Pooh, and oh my gosh, you cannot tell me that you are not as in love with this minifigure as I am. Right off the bat, I mean, you can see he's got that perfect red t-shirt printing. It goes up and around his rounded belly. They gave him a custom head molding, which I'm really happy about. Very thankful they went in that direction for all these characters, otherwise they might have ended up looking rather strange. But alas, they did not disappoint. They delivered with those molded heads. I'm also really happy that they gave him a prop. He's got that red balloon that I'm pretty sure Christopher Robin gives him. It's the one that Christopher Robin's always walking around with, at least. And it was just such a nice inclusion, especially because we didn't get Christopher Robin in this set, which just a small disappointment, but that's okay. Now taking a look at Pooh Bear on his own, you can see that they did a really lovely job of giving him that belly shirt. I love that it's not just a straight line in the back, but it kind of has some dimension to it. Only complaint with his clothing is that the shirt on the sides is not printed up all the way like where it is on the back and stomach. I do wish that they had continued that printing just for some consistency, but I also don't think that they do side printing very often, if ever. Now again, talking about the molded heads, I mean, they did such an excellent job. I can tell that a lot of time and dedication went into that design. They really wanted to do this character justice, and they really did. I don't think they could have made him look any more like our cartoon Pooh Bear, so I am very happy with him. Next up here we have Piglet, and I will start off by saying that Piglet is my sister's favorite minifigure in this set, and that's mainly because Piglet was always her favorite, but the both of us are just crazy about the fact that they included Piglet's scarf. Now if you remember from the book or the cartoons, Piglet was always getting swept away by the wind, and his saving grace was that red scarf. It was always getting caught up by a branch, or Winnie the Pooh was chasing after it, and they were always able to reel him back down to storybook reality with that scarf. So I definitely really appreciate the reference that comes with his character. Again, you can see they did an excellent job with Piglet's molded head. He looks very much like the cartoon, and his ears are perfect. They got the printing right on his stomach and on his back, just those nice pink lines. These are all very simple characters. If you remember, they're all stuffed animals. And I really don't think that LEGO dismissed any details when it came to designing these guys. With Piglet, I'm really happy with the way that he ended up looking. Next up here, we have Rabbit, and like Pooh and Piglet, he does come with a prop. You can see he's got a nice little carrot in his hand. Is Rabbit a boy? Oh my gosh, This is an excellent question. Is Rabbit a boy? I can see I'm not the only one who had this question. Okay, Rabbit is indeed a male. Anyway. He is holding a carrot from what I assume came from his garden. Now just taking a look at Rabbit without his carrot, you can see that they also did a very good job with his design. Again, it's very simple, it doesn't need a lot of detail, but they did include on his chest here some nice little fuzzy hairs, and this nice kind of bunny-shaped tan piece on his chest and stomach, which is just, you know, printing that the actual character had. He has a custom molded head just like the other characters do, and I actually think that they did one of the best jobs with him. I especially love his ears, and now they're tilted back and still very pointy, but my favorite part is definitely his tail. They did an excellent job printing that little fuzzy bit back there, and if you look at the edges on the side, you can see that it's also got some lines out to make it look more rounded, which is just pretty funny and very cute. Our next volunteer here is poor little Eeyore. This guy, honestly, this expression on his face makes me really sad, but it is nothing if not accurate. They did an excellent job of expressing that very gloomy face he's always got, and the ears are drooped. I remember always feeling so sorry for Eeyore for the fact that he was just always sad and his tail kept falling off, and the designers certainly did a good job of making me feel that pity again for him. So the interesting thing about Eeyore is that he was not a minifigure that you could put together. He fell out of the bag exactly exactly as he appears here to you, with the exception of the pink bow on his tail, which just comes out of LEGO Friends and Disney Princess sets. I do appreciate the fact that the tail does not have a nail on the head, but instead a nice little heart, because that would just be a little too sad. But anyway, a part of me does wish that I got to put this figure together on my own, but I think the fact that he came completely molded just makes him look more clean. He probably would not have looked this good if we had to attach his head. I mean, that hair piece that continues down his back would probably look a little bit choppy, so I'm not too bummed over it. They did a really excellent job on his face there, mimicking the stitches that he's got going straight down, and you can see he's got those droopy eyes. I kind of wish he looked a little bit happy just because all the characters look like they're having such a great time, and then Eeyore's really sad, but he is nothing if not accurate, unfortunately. Now finally here we have my favorite minifigure in the group, and that is Tigger. This figure is just so cute. He does also come with a prop. It's that little nomadic bag that he walks around with, but I just opted not to put it in his hand right now. But now taking a better look at Tigger here, you can see that he by far has the most impressive printing of the bunch. His arm printing is the most detailed, goes all the way down both sides. And I will note here that this tail piece is like an extra piece that you put between his torso and his legs. And unlike the plastic bits, it is rubber so that it doesn't break if he leans back on it. And now taking a look at his molded head, it is definitely up to par with the others. The ears, the big snout, and the grin that he's got are all very accurate. And if you look closely, you can see that he's got one eyebrow slightly more raised up than the other. Just a very Tigger expression on his face. And he is certainly my favorite just because I loved his giddy attitude in the movies. Very mischievous, always bouncing around on his tail. He was a lot of fun, you know? And as far as he translated into minifigure form, they did an excellent job. And just that extra detail he's got going on with all the stripes compared to the other minifigures, he does get my vote as the favorite. I will put his prop in his hand so you can see what that looks like. So this is Tigger with the prop in his hand, and while I do appreciate the inclusion of one, given that every other character has one aside from Eeyore, I just don't think it's very impressive. I mean, it is a nod to his character, and I do appreciate that, but he is the only one who I have posted without it just because I just think it kind of gets in the way of his cool printing. The 5 minifigures that you do get here certainly do not disappoint. Seriously, props to LEGO for doing such an amazing job with these guys. They knew that we would not settle for less than perfection, and they delivered. Now, I do believe that I rambled on for far long enough with these guys, so it's time to take a look at the set. As a whole, we have a really adorable set. I mean, oh my gosh. The level of nostalgia that comes with it alone, the minifigures are amazing, especially with those custom molded heads. The build, the design, the colors, the play features, I will show you guys what it looks like in a second. First, I am going to move these minifigures out of the way so that we can specifically take a look at the treehouse. Now here we have Winnie the Pooh's house, and right off the bat, there are a few things that I really want to show you guys about this set that just popped to me when I was building it. One of the first things you build in bag 1 is this 100-acre wood sign. I will now give you a moment to sing the song in your head. Feel free to pause the video and press play when you're ready. Now you can already kind of tell because it's really glossy, but you do have to apply these 2 stickers on your own. You get a nice pot of honey, and you do put the build together on a heart plate, which I thought was really cute. Also included in this set, you do get this little book. And you can see on the cover there, you have Pooh Bear eating some honey and bees that look like little hearts flying around, which is just so adorable. And if you open it up, you have 2 more. On the inside of the book binding, I think it's supposed to be carved Ben A, which I believe is actually the designer of this set, which is really cool. I love that little nod of respect toward him. It's certainly very deserved because he just did an excellent job with this set. And then at the front of the book pages, you have a little Lego minifigure Winnie the Pooh holding the balloon that's flying away with him. It's all so cute. It looks very Disney, you know? Even just the little details like all of these stickers, they really tried hard to do Winnie the Pooh justice, and they did just that. Now looking at the front of Pooh's house here, you can see we have the famous Mr. Sanders sign above his door. But I feel confident enough in saying that we don't know who this is. Just to the left of Pooh's door is a sticker piece that says ring also, which I guess means he wants you to knock and ring. This little blue bell here. You can see his front door is kind of built into the base of this tree. You've got some leaves and mushrooms growing out of the side here, and a cute little fire with a log for all the characters to sit on. Now if we turn the set slightly, you can see that you assemble these nice brown pieces that are supposed to be like the root of the tree going up. On the right here we have a flower bed below the window with some nice flowers, and that is the same for the right corner, but you also get a cute little ladybug tile, which I did actually get an extra of, and I'm really happy about that. On the left side is more really just the same. You get another flower bed, which looks really cute. Same thing over here without the inclusion of a ladybug. Now back to the house as a whole. If we move up the tree, you can see that you get these adorable bees flying around this beehive up here. And there's another one just a little bit further up top. I love this little spinning feature so that you can get them kind of flying around, and I did place them around so that they were not all flying straight. They kind of have this swirly direction that they're flying in, a little bit like a carousel. It's very cute. Now the way that the actual leaf pieces up here work is you kind of assemble them chunk by chunk and attach them all at the end. I'll take one off so you can get a look at that. So essentially you start off building these little leaf pieces and then you attach them all to this chunk, which goes straight onto the tree with this little Technic piece here. It attaches just like so. And then again, you just stick this little ball here into a clip at the top of the tree. Now you can also maneuver all of these pieces around so that the tree can kind of fan out in any which way you want. You can also move the individual pieces. I have my tree kind of displayed so that you can see both the beehives because I think that they're just adorable and deserve to be showcased. Now looking again at the middle of the house, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the roof tiles. I am a sucker for Lego roof tiles, and I think they did such a beautiful job with these pieces. Now the way you put them together is you just kind of layer them on row by row, and they did leave some empty spaces on both sides so that you could attach some leaves, which I really like because it just looks like they've fallen down from the tree and are kind of resting on the house in a very realistic manner. On our right roof, you can see we have a chimney also sticking out of the top, which does lead down into Pooh's kitchen, I believe. Now, before we move on to the interior, we're just going to take a moment to look at the base of this house. Now, if you look at the base, around the front of Pooh's house here, you can see the fireplace and log we talked about. Hidden to the side there is a little pot of honey, which is really cute. You'll find that they're kind of scattered around the build. There's a nice row of round plates kind of leading up to the front door of the house. The door itself is made up of a bunch of tile pieces, which I actually prefer to using one of the door molds, because I think with this you do really get the look that it is a wooden door. Now a fun play feature you do get with this set is you can close up the house like this. You just clip it together, and there you go, you have Winnie the Pooh's house. This is certainly a more compact way of displaying the set. It also looks really good. Actually, it looks really adorable. I definitely prefer mine to be open, but this was a very creative way of making the set look more compact, and is actually, I think, how the house is supposed to look. You can see everything comes together really nicely. The windowsill pieces meet, as does the garden below them, and it does just look really cute. But anyway, let's open the house back up and take a good look at the inside. Now, one of my favorite parts about this set is the way that it kind of opens up into a dollhouse style. On the right side you have Pooh's bedroom, on the left side you have his living room and kitchen, and in the middle there you have his front door / entryway. And you can see the door does open so that your characters can walk in and out of the house. Now taking a look at Winnie the Pooh's bedroom here, I want to start out by saying that when I built this, my first thought was, oh my gosh, it's literally the Disneyland ride. So if you haven't been to Disneyland, then you haven't been on the Winnie the Pooh ride. But it is actually one of my favorite rides at Disney. It always has been. It starts out with Winnie the Pooh in bed, sleeping nice and snug. And then there's something to do with this little light candle he has here. It just kind of starts floating around. And then this cuckoo clock back here starts to go crazy and like kind of sparks the dream. So then Winnie starts lifting up and then he just kind of flies away. And then you go on this dream adventure with him. And he's kind of freaking out because, you know, he can't find any honey and then there's too much honey and then he's like drowning. It's like really crazy. It's a really great ride. I highly recommend you stop overlooking it when you go to Disneyland. But anyway, that's what I thought of when I was putting the scene together. And as I've already demonstrated, you can fit your little minifigures in the bed here, which is cute. I don't see you being able to kind of hide them all away in here when you put it together. I mean, you could crowd them all in the back there, but they wouldn't be standing very comfortably. But again here, you do get Pooh's bed, you get this little candle and the cuckoo clock, which is very cute. I love the detail they added with these blue curtains. And of course these top shelves that are filled with pots of honey. And if you turn the set just a little bit, you will see he does also have a nice window behind his bed. Now if we look into the middle here, you can see on the right side you have a mirror which is reflective, and that is a sticker piece that you have to apply yourself. And then right next to it you have an umbrella that you can take out and your minifigures can walk around with. On the left side we do have a chest. On top of it is a tea set, and above both of those is this nice little art piece. It is a tile with a beautiful map sticker piece of the 100 Acre Woods, and it does show you where each of the characters live. So that's just a nice little detailed inclusion. Moving on to the left side of the house, we have the living room kitchen area. You have this blue chair here, which we can take out, and I just want to say that while we're looking at it, that the look and buttons of this chair just totally remind me of Mickey Mouse. Resting on the wall behind it is this cute bumblebee sticker piece, a decoration that I can certainly see Winnie the Pooh having adorning his walls. We have the same blue curtains that we had on the right side, and on the table there you can see a cup possibly holding tea from the entryway, and what do you know back there? Another pot of honey. I also really love the detail of having this furnace here, and it does go up through the roof and come out the top like so, which is a detail that I just overall enjoy when you have the whole house spread out. Just like on the other side, we have some nice little things hidden up here. We have these little sticks called Pooh sticks, which I don't remember from the story. I'm not sure what they are, but when you pull them out, they are just sticks. They're branches. So I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be something special, but that's what it is. This is a sticker piece, and on the back side there is another one. Okay, let's just take off the roof. The roof does come off nice and easy, by the way. Again, you can see how I applied the tiles. You just kind of go row by row. But anyway, that aside. I've pulled out the little basket so that you can see what it looks like. On this side, again, you do have a sticker piece that says Pooh Sticks. And on this side, it says CR for Christopher Robin, which is just so cute. Next to the Pooh Sticks box, you get this little gold plate heart, which may have some significance. I just don't know what it is. It might just be a fun little Easter egg for you guys hiding up there. And it just lays flat, so you can't really see it anyway. Now, if you want, with this extra book piece that I showed off in the beginning, you can kind of stow that away in here so that it's not just kind of out in the open in the set. You can either put it on the bed, or if you're looking for somewhere more secure, I think this is a really good spot. It just slides right in and it'll close and stay protected right in there. Also note, I am much happier now that that says CR for Christopher Robin. That just looks really cute. So that is everything for the interior. Overall, it's really, really cute. It screams Disney vibes out at you. Again, I especially love this little bedroom scene that I think is really heavily inspired by the Disneyland ride. But again, that is just what I thought of when I built that bedroom. So that is it, guys. That is the entire Winnie the Pooh Lego set. Overall, I have to give this set a 10 out of 10. Minifigures 10, props 10, build 10, design 10. It just, everything across the board, it was just amazing. If you're a huge Disney fan like I am, then oh my gosh, buy this set. I know it's sold out, but buy this set. This set was just fun. It's fun, it's cute, not to mention extremely adorable. Like I said, when I was building it, I just felt like I was back in my childhood watching Winnie the Pooh and playing with my stuffed animals. I mean, the build, the design, the minifigures, the nostalgia, everything across the board for me was just absolutely perfect. So that is it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this set as much as I do. This build is just, it's an instant favorite and it's going right in the middle of my shelf. I really hope this video was helpful to you. I hope maybe it was fun or it's gonna hold you over until you can pick up your own Winnie the Pooh set. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day and I will see you next time.